right, this might sound crazy because it is crazy, but I'd be a fool not to notice the trends uh, that go on, and trusting more and more my natural abilities to sense and feel what's going on around me, and then seeing the trends. Like I can predict this shit. Like, oh, this person. Not that I'm manifesting it or whatever. I know that's might be one of the obligation to this, but I can sense like. Let me just get it. So when I start to become like more together within and more powerful and not stressed, certain people or things will happen to distract me from it. And especially some people, they'll portray, no, I'm your family member. I look for the best of you. Maybe they're consciously thinking that, but what the trend I see, I mean, it's just they make themselves so obvious, and it's just making this video just kind of like ha ha ha. I can see what's going on, and I'm reversing it because like it is like a dispowering distractions that come up. But I am now claiming on the Ethernet for all to see, which even though it sounds crazy, that when these distractions come up to stop me as I'm starting to connect and become more powerful, you know, and so I can really do some stuff, right? Some supernatural stuff. Then the distractions will come to dispower me. But in a way, it's like they're bowing down to me, bowing down to my throne of power, and so I'm reversing it. They're trying to like reverse me, and it's obvious. Like certain people, like they'll just that shouldn't be around, all of a sudden will be around. Like it's like that goes out of their way. Um, Similar, I've said this before with the cat, right? The cat only eats like so as soon as like say I come home from like a walk or whatever, that motherfucker is right there to bombard me. I feel smothered. A lot of times, especially in this house, I feel I'm being strangled, and whatever entity or whatever's going on with that cat, that's the whole thing. It's not, no, that's just a cat that's like love you or whatever, and whatever is driving it, like my stress is like it's food. That's the only time it'll eat, is that if it's like, I know it sounds crazy because it is fucking crazy, but I'm telling you, this is the shit. Like just using this cat for example, this is the shit that I see over and over and over and over again. So like smothered, like sometimes I just want to, and like so that way I can focus on aligning all my energies. And the cat like just is one of the main agents. Just come up and just, and if I get stressed out, then he'll start eating, and then he starts like looking stoned. I've seen this with other people too. Like they like go out of their way to get me. They'll create these scenarios to get me stressed out, and then they're like, oh, it's like a euphoria look that they have. It's like my me not aligning with what I really am, and not becoming powerful and becoming stressed out. That's like their food. They like depend on it. And I'm saying, right, it's like they're bowing down, like saluting my power, and it's also like an alarm to show me what whatever is going on there, whatever entity or whoever they really are. I don't know. This is strange. I know it sounds strange, but I'm telling you, this is the same shit over and over again. Um, but these distractions show me what they really don't want me to do. I reversed what's being used against me to work for me. I mean, like last night, I was like really doing some really good energy work, and then this guy that like tries to relate, like says that he's like similar to me, but he never. One of the ways I know that like it's BS when people say, "Oh yeah, I know what you're going through. I'm going through something similar." They never give me any sort of material or something to think about, like that's unique to them. Like so, like if you watching my videos, like I'm sure at least some of it will like seem unique. Like I'm processing shit, and it's like, but with these people, which I consider fake, they try to get close to me. You know, the biggest minions are the ones closest to you, so they can get close to you, so they can stab you or put the hook in you or suck off your blood, right? So, anyways, the main reason I'm making this video is ha 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 ha. You bow down to me, motherfuckers. Whatever is running these people, these situations, these animals to distract me. Um, Similar to like I notice like I'll have an epiphany. The only time I see the chemtrails, which they say, "Oh, forgot about that," is when I have an epiphany, or if I'm walking around. If I have like a major epiphany, the cops will somehow show up. Not like the like sometimes they come up and harass me, and I just harass them back. I tell them that their profession is criminal and fraud. Um, but they'll just like pop up, with a siren or whatever. Which when you hear a siren, all of a sudden it's like to try like snap me out of what I'm connecting to. But then it's like, oh, nope, that is very important because whatever is going on with say those robots called cops, it's trying to distract me from what I was just doing. So yeah, I'm not buying into this stories. I know that something's up, and I know that sounds crazy, but whatever. I feel compelled to put on the Ethernet for some reason. Trust in my natural abilities, sense and feel, right? One of the other things I want to talk about too is natural abilities, sense and feel. That guy that wrote "Be Here Now," I watched some of his videos recently, and a lot of his stuff's good, but it's only partial to connect, say, with true possibility or whatever. But one of the reasons why he's been allowed to preach that kind of stuff is because the main premise of what he's preaching is peace namaste. It's mediocrity. It's funny as I'm making side note, as I'm making this video calling the shit out, right? The thing that really spurred me to make it the most recent example is now leaving. It was bizarre that she came here, anyways. But it's not bizarre when I'm considering the crazy that it's the pattern. Like I was just about to, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this to that, whatever. I started to connect, and I'm like, plan of action, and then that person, which stresses me the fuck out, but it's stressing me less and less because I'm overcoming it, had to like be right here, like leave work during the middle of the day. She usually doesn't take lunch breaks, unless if it's for something like this. Well, it's just out of place, and I trust myself and my natural ability, sense, and feel more than with the bullshit stories. I mean, because it's like nothing but like bullshit stories everywhere. The politician, including the family members, and what's going on. Oh, that's just a cat. Well, it's been my experience. This is what's going on here. So, anyways, back to the guy that, man, my video has been all over the place lately. Ramble. So back to the guy, Be Here Now. The main premise is just, peace, namaste. It's dispowering. Some of what I'm saying is like part of his, using him for example, his techniques can help, but it's only a partial thing. And like his voice too is like hypnotic, just soothing. It's like Well, the, everything, all the stories push like everything in moderation. Moderation is another word for mediocre. Something doesn't want, at least me, to put myself together, and I know that there's powers. So, anyways, like that guy, the Be Here Now thing, used part of his thing to wash away some of the bullshit um, programming. But use it for. But then you have to go elsewhere to get the other power. Like so he's probably I think I was listening to something last night. Like passion, like like your energy is like lust. We're all greedy on some level. I could actually, I'd say that I'm less greedy than fucking most of you motherfuckers. But what's labeled bad by say by the church, by modern day society, about this by the spiritual new age, whatever. Um, those aspects can be used for modes of power. You know, like turn what you consider like bad or like primitive part of man into like sort of like a virtue, into like a superpower. So yeah, it's a lot of BS out there. None of it's good for you. I'm gonna put a funny short 1 minute clip in the description.